Gang, where you at, man?
Yes, indeed. What up? You're rocking on the West. This is Set in the West. Wolfgang Amadeus. Let me just get into it, man. Look, there's a whole lot of funny stuff going on with a particular legacy artist. Let me just say it like that. Look, something strange is happening in hip hop right now. Bloggers, YouTubers, and even academics are saying powerful people are contacting them behind the scenes. Why? We about to get into it. This kind of goes back a little bit with the Kendrick versus Drake feud. Everybody knows that Kendrick versus Drake, that popped off 2024. Now Kendrick, he reigned supreme. You know what I'm saying? He won, essentially. In hindsight, it kind of gives me, I was looking at a lot of things from a perspective now that I see it. This is now, we're almost 2 years after the battle. So what happened is, I believe there were some powers at hand that helped make the Kendrick Lamar thing go the way that it went. Pretty much obliterate Drake. Make him look crazy, which that battle kind of did. And it exposed him to a degree. And I've always said Drake was fashioned and pretty much groomed to be the replacement for Jay-Z. That's just my opinion. Now we have an article that Michael Eric Dyson wrote. An article is titled Why Kendrick versus Drake is a Proxy War. So Michael Eric Dyson basically said that the rap feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake is not just a musical battle. He says it's a representation of deeper cultural conflicts about race, identity, authenticity, politics within hip-hop, and pretty much, you know, American society, Black American society. And he described the battle as a proxy war, meaning the artists are symbolizing larger debates happening in the culture. His biggest point is that Kendrick attacks on Drake raised question about who gets to claim authentic Black identity in hip-hop, because Drake is biracial, Jewish through his mother, and Canadian. Some critics question his legitimacy in Black American rap culture. Dyson argues it's unfair to reduce him to that. And he's saying dismissing Drake as not really Black reveals a rigid policy of Black identity. I mean, Dyson was saying, Michael Eric Dyson was also saying something about Drake's dad being who he was, and Drake's grandmother babysat Aretha Franklin. So it's like, how you gonna say Drake being Black? But anyway, I can go over and get deeper into it, but I'm not, because Michael Eric Dyson, he basically concludes that Drake and Kendrick's feud reveals how deeply hip hop is connected to questions of race, identity, power, and authenticity in America. The battle wasn't just about them two, it was a bigger social anxieties about culture and belonging. This article essentially was kind of like, more or less, in my opinion, sliding more towards Drake. And Jay-Z reportedly contacted him. Now, he was contacted by Jay-Z for I don't know, whatever. Michael Eric Dyson took to his Instagram and he had a conversation with Jay-Z about that article and the beef. According to him, Jay-Z called him up after hearing him defend Drake. And he said, you know, a good friend of mine disagrees with me bitterly. I won't say bitterly, I'll just say aggressively and vigorously. His name is Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. And academics shared it, and it went viral, it went crazy. Now, peep game, Michael Eric Dyson's original video, guess what? It got edited, it got shortened to reflect what he said, but it didn't mention the part about Jay-Z. Very interesting, you know what I'm saying? Also, Marc Lamont Hill, he mentioned that someone reached out to him in regards to something that happened to him. This is according to the discussion circulating online. Marc Lamont Hill said it in a video speaking to Joe Budden about he had got a call about something, right? It's a bigger play at hand right now because on Twitter today, or X, let's just say, I'm just cruising through the Twitter streets, and I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, what is everybody discussing? What's everybody talking about? And this big thing just bust out. There was a Twitter account called Got the Scoop. Here it is right here. It says, flagging my page for using a GIF is crazy. The post had 20K views. Worried about a GIF, but not report and post, I quote, itself. So essentially, this account got blocked, and it looks as if it said something about the photograph depicts Jay-Z in a music video, I Just Want to Love You. And apparently he got a copyright strike for that. And people are going mad. They said Jay-Z hit this account with a copyright infringement for using the GIF in response to Nancy Mace calling for Jay-Z to be questioned about his involvement with Epstein. See, here we go. This is where it all started. Representative Nancy Mace, earlier in the week, came out and said, this guy, Sean Carter, needs to be questioned about his involvement with Epstein. Now, the PR team is basically going nuts, and they're trying to save face. They're trying to, do what they need to do. So we got a lot of these bloggers claiming that they've gotten things taken down. They got copyright strikes. Creators, they claim their content was removed. And Rock Nation / Reed Smith legal team, they are the ones that we're going after. Now, I can speak on this Reed Smith situation because I had a few channels of mine taken down in the summer simply because of what? I produced a series called Defending Your Freedom, where Desiree Perez's daughter came out and said that she was being stalked and harassed, and she filed a lawsuit against the owner of the CEO of Rock Nation. And when you get one strike, because that's what it started with one strike, and then eventually I got like 2 in one day. Once you get 3 strikes on YouTube, they get you up out of here. And your boy was out of here for a few weeks. I ended up fighting, and I got my channels back. And this is just because they were sloppy with what they were doing. But this right here, where they're going after YouTubers because, well, no, not YouTubers, X users, Twitter users, for using a GIF. And GIFs, that's just like a JPEG. It's a photo. They're usually copyright free or protected. Like you should not receive a copyright strike for using a GIF. And they struck the channel because they used a GIF in relation to what Representative Nancy Mace said. And this is the bigger question. The celebrity PR machine, what roles do they have to play? Reputation management firms, what roles do they have to play? And is the real issues is what's important, or is a look, if a person's reputation, the PR, is that what's important? Now, the representative has every right to say, hey, we need to question you. And it could be written up. It could be an article talking about that. That doesn't give Rock Nation or anybody connected to this PR situation the right to go after any users that decide to say, hey, we're gonna say something about this, or we're gonna do what we need to do about it. Jay-Z said it himself. I thought this was America, people. Like, what part of the game is that? And then you copyright, you weaponize copyrights. This is getting a little draconian, a lot draconian. I'll say it like that. Have any of y'all seen any creators get taken down? That's the question I got, because this stuff is getting real dumb. Do y'all think that these powerful people are monitoring social media? I do. In fact, when I was on Twitter, they allegedly pointed out one of the accounts that they believe belongs to Jay-Z. This is allegedly, right? I'm not gonna post it up or whatever, but y'all can follow the conversation and y'all can see. But yeah, see, and Funk Flex, let me end it with this. Funk Flex, he came out recently and was like, Jay-Z is very insecure, and he is online looking on certain pages, on certain accounts, and he basically will, go after, or like he basically said, do be watching. And this is according to him. I think this came out earlier in the week or late last week, and now everything is kind of just coming to a head. Like, man, this is ridiculous. Hip hop is built on speaking truth to power, but what happens when the power inside the culture is basically trying to hide its hand, or trying to make the headlines go a certain way and make sure certain people are not talking about this? I mean, that's pretty much what it is. That's all that I really got to say about this. And yeah, any bloggers that have been attacked, maybe y'all reach out, because I think, and I said it before, I think there should be some type of maybe class action thing that some of us could even go at and talk about when it comes to this, because this is not right. None of this is right. Fortunately, I got my channel back and everything was everything. I'm not tripping, but guess what? I'm looking. I'm definitely looking. And yeah, y'all, who controls the narrative in hip hop media today? I've always been saying this for a minute. I don't think hip hop, the people, the real hip hop, we ain't in control of nothing. You got people that are trying to shadow banana and gatekeep this and do. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. But again, this is just my testimony. I'm peeping everything out, and I'm just saying, y'all silencing critics. You got a whole bunch of takedowns going on. Bloggers are under attack. Man, this is ridiculous, y'all. Look. But yeah, I done said enough. This went way longer than what I expected. This is Wolfgang Amadeus, set in the West. We out of here.
Wolfgang, where you at, man?